Alright, I've been meaning to play this game for a while. Well, I mean, like make a let's play or something out of it. Because it's important. It's possibly. It's pretty much my favorite game of the past 5 years, maybe even the decade. It's. I'm still not sure if it's my favorite horror game, but it's definitely my favorite modern horror game. My favorite horror game of all time is Silent Hill 3, and this game it takes so much inspiration from that. It's so you'll see when I play it, but it is such a scary game in that it's just like even just this title screen. It's so ridiculous with its noise and the way it looks. Even when I go into the gamma settings, it doesn't feel safe. Nothing feels quite right. I'll keep it a, you know. I like keeping the grain and blur off just because it's kind of a clearer picture, and because I'm an asshole. But I've played this game a couple times. I only beat it once, funnily enough. I haven't gotten to the second ending, but I know most of the endings. So we're just gonna start a new game. I kind of don't want to do New Game Plus, but you know, it's just how it's gonna be. We're not gonna skip the intro because this is the Let's Play, so I'm gonna get some grade A voice acting for the very little text in this game. So how are you feeling? Sleepy. Remember the sleep of reason produces monsters. I remember. Sometimes monsters are the only motivators we have. That's definitely not the regular intro. I think that's the New Game Plus intro. So we might have to... because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who doesn't know about this game. Yeah, we're gonna... okay. Hold on a sec. Cut. Alright. I deleted my New Game Plus data, so this is a completely fresh new game. Let's go. So how are you feeling? Do you feel these sessions are still helping? You could try something a little more direct. We could start in vivo exposure therapy. Or we could start in vivo exposure therapy. That's the line I'll go with for the voice acting that I'm not doing in this game. This game still scares me, honestly, and I think that's the best part of it. All of its sound design and all of its scares are still so scary to me. I don't know why. This and Silent Hill 3 are the only two video games in existence which have given me legitimate nightmares. This one almost gave me a panic attack. Like very close. If I did not have the ability to pause the game, I would have had a panic attack in this game. It is very scary to me, anyway. I know that's such a shitty like adjective descriptor of it because it's so much more than scary. It's like any adjective you could use to describe something that's just uncomfortable, scary, freaky, not good at all, just completely like negative emotions. All of them. I feel pretty much all negative emotions playing this. It still scares me, and I don't know why. I've played it like a few times already. I played the New Game Plus with like new enemy placements and stuff, and it still freaks me out every time. It's such a masterclass in horror that I'm just so surprised that no one's talking about it. I can find, other than the fact that it's short, that it's not being talked about. I don't know why this is such an underrated game. I feel like every single person that knows about horror and is interested in horror in the slightest should be talking about this game. It I feel like I'm sucking its dick a lot, but it's honestly like the fact that Silent Hills came out was such a heartbreak to me because Silent Hill is my favorite video game series ever. Even with the bad ones, I still think it's such an amazing video game series just because of those first three games. And it's just so awful that what could have been the best game in the series was just canceled so bad. And it had a. It basically gave me a hole in my soul that couldn't I thought couldn't be filled by anything, but this slightly filled it. This game like made me feel a whole lot better about the Silent Hill situation because even even though Silent Hills never came out, it this did. This game did, and it's so good, and it's probably better than what could have been done with Silent Hills. Anyway, Austin Vivo. I was talking over the intro because I know it, but basically, you're a person who has to go to therapy and is has anxiety and specifically claustrophobia, and you have to go find save your support dog. I can't just leave. I have to find her. Very Silent Hill. Like if you played Silent Hill 2 and you try to go back, you're like, no, I have to find Mary, right? Um, these water textures and these wall textures and all these textures have been very updated from the first time I played the game. The creator of the game, Akuma Kira, who is the co-creator of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, he's such a great person with this game. It's so incredible how much he still supports it after release, even with how little attention it's gotten. It's so fantastic that he's still putting so much effort into changing the water texture to be better, into changing the wall textures, into adding secret bosses, and just changing little things. And also, nice little reference to I'm Scared. I'm pretty sure all of these little. This game was kickstarted, basically, I'm pretty sure. Um, and all these are Kickstarter people. And it keeps going for a bit. I did not kickstart this because I didn't know about it until much after it came out. Probably a few months, probably a few months after it came out. I heard about it from the Pyrocynical video, which is how a lot of people who are fans of this probably heard about it. Um, and yeah, it's really just I don't know how to describe this game. It 1 second. Audio cues. Um, it's really just I might have trouble even just playing this for the video because I don't know it still just unsettles me so much, and there's still parts where I have to pause and like it's still scary to me because the sounds are still playing, and usually I would have the volume all the way down and everything, but for the sake of like having actually good audio in the thing, I have to keep the volume at max so that it sounds good. So the best I can do is keep my speakers low, like physically, like move that down. But even with that, it's still just not even. It still freaks me out. Anyway, the game manual. Um, I know most of these. I know all of it. It's cute that you put that in Flashlight. An old military flashlight. I always keep it with me in case I get trapped somewhere. I can't bear to leave the house without it. The batteries are long lasting and had guaranteed to last all game written on the package. He used to say on that, whatever that means at the end of that. But, you know. My dog's leash. It got torn on the broken sewer gate. Great. The keyring that holds all the keys I have. And then the lost tape. An old tape I found at home. If I find a tape player, I should listen to it. The pound is written on it. The lost tapes are also really interesting parts of the game. We'll get there when we get there. But, you know. Sledgehammer time, baby! And yeah, the sound design of this, the little things you see in the corner of your eye sometimes, everything about this game is so fucking scary to me still. Yeah. Okay, so it's over here, I think. Ah, this is such a great bit. Because you have to run all the way there to see if there's a path. And then there's not, and you have to go back. I like going backwards even though I know for sure that there's nothing behind me. Because it really does fucking scare me. It's still, oh god. I don't know if that was the whistle sound or if that was something new. I know this game. I've played this part so many times. This shouldn't be that bad. But I don't know if he like added new things to it or not. So this is fucking unfair. This is fucking unfair that I still get scared by this game I've played like 3 times already. God, I hate this. Okay. First time I played this game, I went to look at that, and I got stuck inside it, and I had to restart the whole game from the beginning. Jesus Christ. There's not much on the TV nowadays, so I thought I'd make my own show. I started putting food and rancid meat in the useless old box, and all sorts of little critters would come and play. It was really relaxing to just sit on the sofa and watch them eat, but the small critters started attracting larger ones to the show. Some horrid, putrid thing kept coming by to watch, so I would just pretend to be asleep till it passed. But I think it knows I'm awake. I think it's watching me, not the show on the TV. So yeah, that's fucked. I hate this. God. I know there's nothing in these. I know there's nothing in these. But it's still... My eyes are useless. All they do now is sting and show me stuff that can't be real. If that rancid thing wants them, then I say let it happen. Yeah, that's fun. This part's fun. If you'll notice, this wall is a wall. Just reminding you that that's what that is. And that's there now. So, you know, it's good, it's great. And I know that there's going to be an enemy that spawns behind me in this area. I know that's what's going to happen. It's still going to freak me the fuck out when I hear it. Just, look at that thing. God, fuck you. I hate it so much. Fucking eyeless hobo looking ass. And now this is where the real shit starts. Because you hear shit, and now there's been an enemy, so now you know it's possible that enemies could be around. And you hear, like, that drum beat feels like something big is coming towards you. I can't go in there. It's too small. The drum beat makes it feel like something's coming towards you. That something is gonna be right behind you, but there's not. That's what's so fucked. Is that nearly every time that you think there's gonna be some generic jump scare, or it's leading up to something, it doesn't happen. And that just makes you more and more anxious about it. And this part is also fucked. This is another example of it, where my flashlight goes off. And that's all that happens in that part. All that happens is your flashlight goes off. For no reason. It's not a glitch. It happens consistently. And it just happens. It doesn't have a monster spawn right in front of you when it happens. It just... your flashlight just turns off. All hope abandon ye who enter. So, again, the whole... in the description of the game, it says it's like about claustrophobia and tackling the fear of claustrophobia. And this is sort of the part of it that would really get to me if I was claustrophobic. And then this terrible fucking sound happens. It's kind of like a melody in a sense. Or like an arpeggio? I'm not sure, but it has notes. It has 3 notes. It's da 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 da. 4 notes, I should say. And it's... God. And the worst part is when you want to pause the game and like take a break from all the fuck, it still makes the noises. Like, the actual game does pause. Enemies won't come near you. You won't get a scary little PT style man whispering in your ear if you pause long enough. It's just the pause screen. Excuse me. But it still makes these fucking noises. And that's what I hate so much about it. I didn't need to pause. I just wanted to show that. And now you get these fucking noises. That guy that I forgot was there. I thought it was later on. And yeah, it subsides for a bit to give you a small sense of security. And then you gotta do this. And I remember Matt McMuscles, when he did his little like one-off of the intro of this game, he said like, if my wife were lost in the sewers and I had gotten this far and I saw this, I don't think I would go down there. And I gotta say I'd agree, but do what you gotta do. And now we get into the real Silent Hill, like, fuck shit of the rust, you know? Of the disgusting fucking rust. And how terrible it is, and just literally going farther down into, like, insanity and shit. Sort of similar themes to Silent Hill 2, and dropping down. And this part's been drilled out by something, as you can tell. And there's terrible fucking noises that I despise. And, like, I thought that fucking thing in the earlier regular sewers was coming to chase after me. Because why wouldn't you at this point? And then there's awful, putrid fucking creatures over here. Like, God damn. What an atmosphere. What a fucking masterful way to set the tone of your game in the first like 10-15 minutes of this is what it's gonna be like. This is how it's gonna feel. You're not gonna be comfortable ever. There's barely gonna be any resting time. This is gonna be awful. And I love it. And it really is just my favorite type of horror, where it is pretty basic looking. It is mostly based on just like straight up like it looks scary. It's not any sort of like I loved Hereditary. It is an incredible horror movie. It is one of the scariest movies I've seen, right? But the thing is, everyone was talking about it and saying it's so good as a family drama. And I agree now. I agree. It is a great family drama movie. But the horror elements in it are what really, really, like, helped me, not helped me, but it made me appreciate it a whole lot. And this is basically your only sort of fun, not fun, safe haven, I should say. This is the save room. You see it has like nice demon repelling flowers or whatever. There's a statue of Virgil, angel, and this nice little save icon. And my favorite part that he added is Akuma Kira put himself in the game. That's him. That's his store icon, and he put his little cat guy in the game. And it's cute because he's always going to be up in the rafters, and he'll be just laying around all comfy, and it's really nice. But yeah, I guess that's the first episode. We're gonna save, and yeah, that's literally just Silent Hill 3. The way that happened, this amazing little music piece, the statue. It's really like actually very calming compared to everything else in the game. I just want to be here forever. Anyway, I guess I'll see you in the next episode where we do more of this.